Could I make a Roblox game without knowing how to code? Could AI do the scripting? Could I make UI without knowing what I'm doing? Well, you're gonna have to watch until the end to find out. First of all, I'm 13 years old, and I had basically no experience with coding. Now, before someone says, just learn Lua, trust me, I know that's the normal way to do it. But my goal wasn't to become a professional programmer. I wanted to create games. I wanted the ideas in my head to actually exist. No, that's not schizophrenia. So the question was, how am I going to create an entire Roblox game without actually doing the coding? So I started searching and searching and searching. I found some pretty interesting tools like this lemonade plugin. But for what I wanted to make, it just wasn't enough. So I started thinking, what AI tools have I used before? Codex, Claude, Gemini, DeepSeek. Now the question was, which ones can actually work with Roblox Studio? Apparently Claude and Codex could. Yeah, technically you can connect Gemini and some others too, but I didn't really trust the sources. So now I had AI to help me script, but there was one problem. I still needed a game idea. I decided to make a +1 speed escape style game. Now, is it the most original idea ever? No, but it's a popular genre and people enjoy these games. And let's be honest, they make a lot of money. Speaking of money, help Meeper make some by liking and subscribing. Seriously, even if it feels like a small gesture, it helps me more than you think. Anyways, back to the game. The first thing I needed to understand was why these games actually work. And the answer is a gameplay loop. But what even is a gameplay loop? Basically, it's the cycle of actions players repeat while playing a game. For my game, it was collect speed, complete stages, earn wins, buy upgrades, get faster, repeat. It's a simple concept, but it's what separates a game that people play for hours from a game that people open once and never touch again. But then came the next problem. How do I make this not feel like a boring chore? Because let's be honest, a lot of these games are literally just clicking a button for 5 hours. So I wanted something satisfying. Something that made players think, okay, one more time. Now, before this became the +1 orb escape game, it was completely different. And honestly, it wasn't horrible, but it also wasn't really what I wanted. It didn't have that satisfying feeling that games like +1 keyboard escape had. So I started brainstorming until I thought, what if I used orbs? Orbs are satisfying, they're simple, they're colorful. So I started modeling the orb, asked Claude to make it move and play a sound, and somehow it worked. Of course it wasn't perfect. I had to disable collisions, fix bugs, adjust sounds, but it was progress. Now if you think AI, no, you're mistaken. One of the first big problems was the speed system. Every time you walked, your speed would randomly change. My character looked like he couldn't decide if he was gonna take a sprint or take a casual walk through the park. I spent hours asking Claude for fixes, and that was the moment I realized I couldn't just copy and paste whatever AI gave me. If I wanted to make games, I had to learn enough coding to know when AI was helping me and when it was confidently giving me trash. That was a turning point. I wasn't just telling AI, make my game. I was actually working with it. But making the game wasn't just about gameplay. So next up is the UI. Look at this. Not terrible, but my screen is basically being attacked by buttons. So I redid everything. Images, layouts, buttons, menus, and etc. Old shoes UI, new shoes UI. Old trails, new trails. Old rebirth, new rebirth. Okay, I'll stop sucking myself off before my ego gets too big. One trick that helped me a lot, a plugin called Autoscale Lite, which automatically adds size constraints so that UI doesn't break across different screens. My real problem was that I wasn't organizing things in frames properly. But after fixing it, the UI was finally clean. Now the stages. Stage 1 I kept from the old version and added orbs. Stage 2 was supposed to be simple, falling chocolate cupcakes. That cupcake became my greatest enemy. I tried animating it, Claude kept telling me that the rig was broken. I fixed the rig, still broken. Eventually, I opened Codex, asked it for a physics-based falling system, and it made something. Not great, but workable. Then I hit my Codex limit, typically. Went back to Claude to fix whatever Codex made, and somehow it worked. After hours of fighting a dessert, we won. Stage 3, a trampoline. You just jump, it works, that's all I need. Stage 4, disappearing platforms, every few seconds the ground vanishes. Stage 5, closing walls, get caught between them, and you're kinda like a grape. Not in a good way. I wasn't even planning on adding more than 5 stages, but I ended up adding like 3 extra stages after the game was finished. Not clickbaits, just updates. After 2 months of work, not every day, but most days, there were bugs, there were frustrating moments, there were times where I had no idea what I was doing. But watching something that just started as an idea become an actual playable game was genuinely awesome. And then right as I was ready to release it, Roblox introduced a new update, and I couldn't release the game to all ages without paying 100,000 Robux. Or having 250 highly engaged players, which I'm definitely not getting over the age of 15. Yeah. So why did I spend 2 months on this? Because I wanted to, because I was passionate about it, and because I wanted the experience. And I got a lot of it. Building, UI, game design, bug fixing, working with AI. Most importantly, I learned that making games is about solving problems and not just coding. I also met a lot of people along the way, some good, some bad, a lot of bad. But also some genuinely great ones that made me feel like I was already a part of the developer community. So, can you make a Roblox game without knowing how to code? Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it's easy. AI can help you, but it won't magically create your dream game. You still need ideas, you still need patience, you still need to fix things when everything is broken. And sometimes you need to spend 3 hours finding a cupcake. Thank you for watching, Meepy Gang. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. It genuinely helps me out a ton. Goodbye, Meepy Gang!
Bruh. Bruh.